Hey everybody, Stereo Police. Today, for you drummers and even non-drummers out there, I'm going to teach you a little groove, and the only reason I'm doing this, don't worry about that, don't get intimidated, no, but I am going to show you a little bit of it. Even if you don't read sheet music, I'm going to explain it to you, just that right there. That's all you're going to know, right there. Okay? We are going to explore the opening groove. I love songs that open with a groove, a drum groove. And this is one of them, Oasis, Live Forever. My band plays it, and I have often, I'm culpable here, I've often just winged it. Winged it. Wang it? Did I wang it? No, winged it. Okay. And not played it right, because when I learned cover songs, I just put the song on and play it my way, normally. You know, try to get the essence of the song right, but I just don't study songs ad nauseum, ad infinitum. And this is one of the songs we open with, so I figured I want to get it right. So I actually pulled the sheet music, and I do read this stuff. I don't like reading it, but I can read it. So let us listen first to the opening drum groove of Oasis, Live Forever, and see if you're a drummer. If you can actually tap this out with your left hand, right hand, and your foot on a desk on the floor, if you don't have a drum kit, or if you have a drum kit and you can do this, if you can actually tap this out to the song, then you probably have skills. Okay, let's listen to it.
How you garden grows, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain?
That is a very good drum groove. I like it a lot. It's good when it's done right. Listen again. See if you can figure it out.
Maybe I don't really wanna know how your garden grows, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain? I soaked you to the bone. Maybe I just wanna.
Okay, I'm going to break it down for you and teach you how to play it. And you don't even need to concern yourself with my explanation of the sheet music if you don't want to. I'm still going to show you how to play it. Okay, so hang tight, get ready. Get your left and right fingers warmed up to tap, and your right foot or your left foot, depending, should be your right foot, but doesn't matter. That's all you need. Left finger, right finger, a desk, and a floor. See if you can tap this out. Unless you have a drum kit, if you're so fortunate, you can tap it out on that too. And I can tell you this, the only drums we're going to need is a bass drum, a ride cymbal, and a tom. You could use the snare actually, but it wouldn't sound right. That's a little too doingy. A tom. So bass, ride cymbal, and this would be a floor tom. If this in this E kit, that would be a floor tom, like that big guy right there. like right there. And that's it. We're not using hi-hat at all. We're not using crash cymbals. We're using a ride cymbal. And that's it for the opening. So let's get started. Let me hit stop for a second and we'll get started. Okay, let's get started. So how to play it, I could just sort of show you right now. You can skip to the end if you want to see me playing it, if that's what floats your boat, if you just want to see someone playing it to learn it. But I just want to make note for those of you who appreciate musical notation. There's the measure right there. Okay, and it's in 4/4 timing. Don't worry about that. That just means that each measure is divided up into quarters or fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the measure. Okay, and to start out with the beats per minute, that tells you how fast we're going to go in 4/4 timing. Okay, so 92 beats per minute. I always start out thinking about, my heartbeat or a clock. 60 ticks per second. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1, that's 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. That would be something like 60 beats per minute. Let's listen to that. Let's turn the metronome to 60 right there. 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. So with that as a reference, we know that 92 is going to be faster, but not quite double that. So I'll estimate 92 as a drummer's wait. Something like that. Now let me turn the metronome to 92. It's a weird thing, 92. Why not 90? Why not 93? Hang on. Okay. I was slow. Okay. Now, I want you to note that's in quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But up here, where these little X's are, that's going to be the ride. That indicates how to play the ride cymbal. But look, there aren't 4 of them. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 of them in a measure. So we play the ride in 8s. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3. We give it a little accent. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and boom. All right. So to start out, we know that the ride cymbal are in 8s. So let's just play the ride cymbal. Let me turn that up. So if you want to just start somewhere, just start with the ride cymbal. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... That's the bell, okay? So I would start there just to get a feel for that. If it's a little awkward for you. Now, let me show you something else to use the strict, excuse me, vigorous, because we all know how exacting musicians are, how uptight they are. So I'll use the strict, vigorous language of music. Lofty. Ooh. Don't get it wrong. So this little doohickey right here represents the bass drum. Let me turn these effects down. I don't like the echo. Let's try it again. Okay, that's not how the song goes. I'm just listening to the set. Okay. These represent where the bass drum notes, where the bass drum lands. Boom, boom, boom. And they fall directly on the eighths. And in a measure, you're only kicking the bass drum 3 times. And it's like, you know, like, see if I can read this. 1 and 2. 1 and I can't see it. Hold on. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, ready? 1 and 2 and. Okay, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. I should count to 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can see the bass drum note, the bass only gets kicked 3 times in a measure, and then the whole measure repeats and repeats and repeats. So once you learn the measure, it repeats until the verse kicks in. All right? Now, this is not typically how I learn things. I just learn it by picking up and listening, and the brain gets instantly wired. Now, these little doohickeys right here, they can be there or not. They just represent pauses in the bass drum, meaning don't kick right there. Don't do it. No, no, no. Don't kick. Okay. So the only other thing, we know that these little X doohickeys are for the ride. We know that these little upside down doohickeys are for the bass drum. So what are these guys right here? Well, they could be anything depending on the notation, but typically in the notation, the higher up you put them, the higher the tone of the instrument. Actually, that could be a snare, but I can tell that from listening to the song, it's probably a tom. So I'm going to call that a tom, like that right there. Okay? So that's what the tom hits right here. And I'll let you figure it out from here. I'm done with the sheet music. We're going to actually play it. All right, let me get this phone set up so maybe you can see me. I'm sitting up against the back of a couch here. And I'm hoping it stays on and you can actually see me. Oh, maybe I do need the sheet music just to get started. Are you going to stay there? Okay. So, the whole thing starts with a simultaneous kick and ride. That's how it starts, that's how a measure starts, and that's how a measure begins. Okay, let's listen. here's how it goes. I'll try that tom right there. I gotta read the music, and I got my glasses off, so okay. Where are my glasses? I can't see it. Okay. Let me start with the snare, just to, because I've never played this. First time I've ever played it correctly. Okay, that's it right there. So let me try a little faster. I'm reading. That's it. Now, that might sound weird because I'm playing it slow and it's not very musical playing it that way. Amen. Fast. 92. Okay. Doesn't sound like it's done with a snare. Let's try that.
Side.
I got carried away. Totally forgot where I was and what the hell I was doing. It's called being a drummer, man. Okay. So that's the groove. And of course, when you speed it up, metronome. I think at the end there, an interesting variation, I added hi-hat simultaneously with the ride. Very, very nice, I think. Stereo Police.